My favorite, Clam Series. Get a nice booty band, put it above your knees. Now you're going to go ahead and come down. You can prop yourself up like this. However, I like to, it helps me get a little bit deeper if I lay all the way down. Prop my head up with my hand. Now, stacking my knees. The tops of my knees should be in a straight line. They should not one be over the other like this. So check that. That's going to indicate your hips, because we don't want the hips to sink back. Over time, when you get tired, it could happen. So we want to make sure that doesn't. Stack it. Then you're going to tuck your heels in and then lift your knees up. You don't want your knees to be here. So, and then not here. You want to find that nice diagonal angle. Once we got that, we're ready. We're going to go ahead and start with the typical clams you might already know. Before we lift, so this is the motion, I want to watch my feet. I'm going to cross them. I'm going to point my bottom foot and flex my top foot and wrap my top foot around my bottom foot. That's going to allow me to get higher up with this knee and get deeper. Versus here, it's kind of like I'm just holding on for dear life. I have more of a push down into the ground to lift, and that's going to get that full range and that good engagement. As I'm lifting this leg, I'm pushing this leg into the floor. So if you haven't done this before and this band's pretty strong, you might pick you up, and we don't want that. So pushing down into the ground. Go ahead and do quicker up, hold for 2 seconds, slow, drop down. So a count could be like 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to either hold for 5 or 10 seconds after your full reps. And make sure your hips not rotated back. It's all the way forward. Squeeze, 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 and then relax. Next, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing, but to our feet. This way. However, this is pretty easy. So we're going to take another band. This band, the small mini band, and we're going to place it on our shoelaces. So you don't want too strong of a band because you might not be able to lift. This is actually a really hard position. So once you're here, flexing your feet and keeping tension the whole time, or else the band's going to come off. Dig those knees into each other. They do not come off the ground. You're going to go ahead and, again, flexing that foot. Exhale as you lift. Hold for a second. Slowly drop down. Same count. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Try not to hike this hip up, because if you're really tight and trying to compensate, you're going to want to lift the whole leg to help compensate that foot. But we want to make sure we isolate it. So if you need to kind of push your hips down as you come up, go and do that. So you're going to go ahead and finish your full reps. Then we got the 5 to 10 second hold. Breathe. Keep this pushed away. 3, 2, 1, and rest. You can always play around with the footing. If you point your foot, you might get a little bit calf or Charlie horse somewhere. So play around with it. I just don't want that foot to be dead. Perfect. You're going to keep that band on still. We're going to do the full clam. So the full leg lift and drop. Now, if the band down here is really difficult to keep on still and 2 bands are too intense, you can either place the band on your ankle or you can just take it off completely. However, I want to make sure that you're nice and level. And this band down here will kind of help level it out. So you can make the judge of that. If you want to start off on a basic level, take the band off. And then the next round maybe, or if you feel a little bit more comfortable with this, you can add a challenge with the band. So you're going to go ahead and lift. Exhale up, hold, slow, drop down. Again, pushing this bottom leg into the floor. Exhale up, hold, slow, drop down. Watching my hip. We don't want this. We want this. Pushing that forward. You're going to do your reps. You're going to hold for 5 to 10 seconds and then relax. Now for the grand finale, I like to say, saving the best for last. You're going to slip that band back on your shoelaces, or you can keep that band on your ankles, up to you. You're going to go ahead and stay all the way up. This is home base. Really push that leg into the floor, because this one it's going to really want to lift up. Keeping that foot flexed, you're going to drop the knee to knee, lift up, heel to heel. That's 1. Knee to knee, up, heel to heel. 2. And now I do not want bump, 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 bump. No, I want it one at a time. Up, up, up. So what it looks like with the band on the ankles. Up, up. Yeah. Finish your whole reps. You do not have to hold for that last one. If you want to go extra, you can. You don't have to. You might be kind of wiped out after that. So then you'll get to try it all over again on your other side. Good luck.